Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play series. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Last time we built this gigantic, big, dark room to house not only our end portal, but also our official Nether portal for Cherryville. And the entrance is currently this hole in the ceiling here, which we've got to do something about. We need an overworld side of this, and I think we're going to put it just over there where that torch is. Not really sure what I want to do with it just yet. I'm thinking of just having it be some kind of custom cave. Potentially my own custom cave biome. I don't really know. We're just going to see what kind of creative juices are still flowing and utilize them to the greatest of our ability. And I forgot to mention in the last episode that we actually got ourselves the Tears music disc. So this project involved a lot of custom end crystals, and they all feature end crystals hovering in the middle of their cores, and for that I needed ghast tears. So we went out and we murdered some ghasts, and now I have this Tears music disc in my inventory. Pretty good, I got one of the new ones. So I'm going to undertake a bit of a challenge for myself. You see, I accidentally destroyed one of the end crystals by shooting an arrow at it. I thought that I could shoot an arrow at it without blowing up the end crystal on the inside, because the hitbox is on the inside of those glass panes on the corners there, but it still exploded. So we're going to go ahead and build that while racing the Tears music disc. I need to finish the crystal before the Tears music disc ends. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves the resources that we're going to need for this. Which one is that? That is the grey crystal that we need to do. So we've got some of that glass, some of that glass. Need some grey candles too. Where did they go? There we go. We've got some grey candles. Also end rods. Just got to make sure we've gotten all of the resources that we need for this. Going to need some more grey glass. So let's turn that into grey glass. Get ourselves some more grey stained glass panes. And some scaffolding. Oh, it's good to see mobs finally spawning up here again. I think we can reactivate the shulker farm chunk loaders as well. Now that I figured that the issue was actually the creaking farms over at the Enchanted Forest, I can actually activate the shulker farm in the end without worrying about it being a mob switch. It's not a mob switch, after all. So, we will reactivate that in a sec, and we'll get loads and loads of shulker shells. But we have a race. So let's craft that last end crystal. There we go. I believe we have everything. No, we don't. We need an obsidian block. There we go. And with that last piece of obsidian, I believe that we have everything we need for the race. So let's see how this goes, everyone. Let's get this jukebox down and the music disc as well. Okay. It's time to see if we can build an end crystal before the Tears music disc runs out of time and stops playing. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. Let's pillar up a little bit. Oh, I'm on the candle already. So we need a block there and a block there. And then I can go down here and we can get our end rod in place. Awesome. That is the base of our end crystal. And then we just need to get our glass panes. And we'll pillar up by 2. And then we will pillar up by another 2 glass blocks there. And then we can get our glass panes in. That is the bottom of our end crystal, I believe. So now we can do this. And also that. And also we will break that block there. And now we can pillar up by another 2 blocks. And now we can get the corners of the end crystal in as well. Oh, I'm feeling the pressure here. Right, and that is the main piece of the end crystal complete. We now have the full height. We just need to get our end rods in place and also the candles. So let's get those in there, and we'll also do... Oh. What am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm missing. And that is a crucial mistake. Right, so get our resin blocks on top of these glass panes there, and the end rods as well. Oh my goodness, I've just realized that I forgot to get myself a flint and steel. So that race is going down to an awful start. This is not going well, and I don't feel like I have much time. So we're just gonna jump down to the bottom here, and we are going to try and build the rest of the candles in place, and hopefully we won't fail. Oh, this is going to be close. I don't know how long this music disc goes for. Right. We have all of the glass planes in place. We need blocks there. Oh wait, no. We need end rods. Sorry, end rods first. I'm forgetting what the process is. I've just placed a second one by accident. Right, this is not going well at all. I might be able to streamline this and turn it into a bit of a speed run. I reckon that would be very doable. But a challenge is a challenge, and I think we're so close. Oh my goodness. Right, get the candles. There. Break that. Break that. No, not that one. Oh. It looks like we have lost the race there, everyone. That is unfortunate. It's probably all of the fumbling around that I did. Oh, we're so close as well, and if I had the flint and steel in my inventory, then this would have been a lot closer as well. I think it's doable. I could totally build a custom end crystal before the Tears record music disc actually runs out of time. So yeah, we're pretty much done. We just need the flint and steel, and we could have been getting that going on during the building process. We could have been lighting all of those candles as we were going on, but that was not the case. I'm putting the wrong thing in the wrong place here. I am fumbling so much with this race. It's not even going to be anywhere close now. It was close before, but now that I've fumbled everything, I was panicking, I was getting things wrong. Oh my goodness. This could have gone so much better. I should have thought about my strategy, but alas, this is what we have to deal with. There's no candle there. I will put a candle there in a second. That's the thing. We are missing things that should have been crucial, but I somehow missed the fact that I was supposed to put them there. Ah, this is totally doable, isn't it? I have royally messed up, but I think we can all agree that that was actually a very cool music disc. I'm glad I played that little game, even if I lost really terribly. Tears is pretty cool, and not only that, we have our custom end crystal back in place, right there, back where it belonged. And I think I was lucky that I didn't have to place those top 3 blocks, like the that top glass pane and the end rod and the candle, and also the the candle at the very bottom as well. I had things in my favor, and I was just bottling it. I was completely bottling it. Maybe we'll try again at some point. It'll be a I didn't even put the end crystal in. Okay, this is not over yet. The race ain't over until the race is over. I've got to include the end crystal in this as well. This race wasn't even close, was it? Oh dear. Right. There we go. Now it's complete. Ta-da! We now have a recompleted end crystal over there. Isn't that great? Hopefully the next race I do turns out better. Now, before we go any further, we need to reactivate the chunk loader at the shulker farm because it was not actually serving as a mob switch within the overworld. I was completely wrong, and I am missing the portal. I'm making a complete fool of myself in today's episode, it seems. I'm going to miss the portal again. Okay, let's go. So I'm actually looking to build another chunk loader as well, because this storage system is not actually loaded. It's not in the same chunk as the actual farm itself. So we're losing shells. No, we're not actually losing shells. They're just piling up outside of the loaded chunks, which is not a great idea. It's not a great scenario. So let's fly up here. we'll reactivate the chunk loaders, and we'll also build another small one off on that side as well. And it's just as simple as throwing an ender pearl just down like that. There we go. Lovely. And this is the last chunk loader to be repaired. They made a change to crouching mechanics in the recent update, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I would actually really like to be able to crouch and go into my inventory to craft stuff and grab stuff from my hotbar. I am on the edges of blocks all the time, and now it's a little bit risky. Not a big fan of that change, to be honest. I think they did it so that if you happen to be on a server, your name is still visible if you happen to open your inventory. It's like a strategic thing. You have to be careful about when you time your crafting so that you don't alert your enemy. But in single player worlds, that's not really an issue, and it's kind of made it a little bit awkward for people like me who like to spend some of their time crouched in the inventory. Like, I'm crouched quite a lot in my inventory building water streams of some kind, and now it just washed me over the edge, which isn't ideal, really. A little bit of kelp. And some bone meal. And we can just break that. Ta-da! We can get our trapdoor, put that there, flip it up again. And now, we just need to throw this pearl, and that is that completed. We now have another chunk loader. It's going to be loading the storage chests down there, so that we don't have some weird scenario where the shulker shells aren't actually being stored. They're just getting sent out of the system. It's a little bit weird how that ended up happening, but the shulker farm is officially loaded once again. Oh man, I love those end flashes. They're pretty cool. Oh my gosh, we are so high up at the top of this shulker farm. It takes forever to get to the bottom again. Okay. Here we are. Did we get any shells while we're up there? 3. Okay. I'll take those. And, I will bid this farm farewell. Ow. That actually hurt quite a bit. But you can really tell that the shulker farm acts as a mob switch within the end because we've got no enderman here. But in the overworld, that is not the case. I can go outside, and if it's nighttime, is it nighttime? I think it's dark. Right. So, if I speed my way over to this giant black cube, we get mob spawning. See? The shulker farm does not have an effect on the overworld. I was simply wrong at the start of the last episode. Which is brilliant, because it means that I can farm shulker shells without being in the end. So, I guess it's time that we try and build ourselves the overworld entrance to this giant end portal room. I've got the nether portal side there, and I think we're going to have the overworld side just over there. We're going to have another crack in the reality of this great big dark room, and hopefully it'll turn out pretty well. I don't really know what I'm going to do other than some kind of custom cave, so let's just see how it goes. We'll figure things out, and I'll see you in a sec. Let's go. And welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. We now have a bit of a canvas, really. We have built the entire cave that I want to have for the entrance to our end portal, but it's all a bit bland at the moment. It's all a bit just stone and whatever vanilla block happened to be beneath the surface of whatever I dug up. But that is going to change. Eventually, I will turn over every single block in this place to give itself its own custom feel. I mean, it's already got its own custom feel, but we're going to turn over every block and texture this place so that it actually looks good. And, well, one could argue that it already looks good, but it's not great. It's patchy. I don't like patchy. We need to do something to make this place feel like it's the entrance to the end portal, and at the moment it's just a little bit naff, but physically the structure itself is pretty good. I'm glad I've gotten the shape that I have here. I think the shape is what I was really going for in that time lapse. I really wanted to have the perfect shape for this place, and we can come back and work on the texturing and the details later on, but this view, I think it's turned out pretty well. And not only that, from the inside, it no longer looks like I have the bright blue sky looking up out of the end. So yeah, that was always a bit awkward. As soon as I created the hole here, it's just this giant, great, big light blue hole in the side of the wall, and I really needed to get rid of that. So I'm glad I went with the cave idea, because I can obstruct the sky that way until you get to this point, and you can only see the sky from here. But yeah, it's just little things like that, I guess. And it wasn't just the cave that we created, we also dug out the river a little bit more as well, so the vanilla world generation only goes up to about here as far as the river goes, and then I dug out all of this section going out to the swamp over there where it abruptly ends, because I now need to dig out an entire swamp, which I will do probably at some point. I'm just waiting, I guess. I like the idea of digging out a swamp because I actually really like the watercolor and how it's different to the watercolor everywhere else in the game. It's sort of, if anything, it looks more transparent and more murky than this super blue stuff over here, which isn't that close to real life. It's a little bit hazardous. If I saw a river that was as blue as this in real life, I'd probably think it was toxic. So yeah, I'm excited to play with some muddy browny water, I guess. It looks more transparent than the blue stuff. And not only that, if you go into the water... Oh, I've exited the water. Right. If you go in the water... Oh, you see that fog? That looks so good. I love that. Where are the phantoms? Ow. There we go. Double kill. Triple kill. There we go. Love it. Oh, there's another one. So we will dig out the swamp, going out towards the ocean at some point. I'm just not sure when that is, and we'll probably build a dockyard at some stage. I like that idea. A Cherryville dockyard. I don't know where I'd put it. Would I put it there? Would I put it here? Or would I don't know. But I like the idea of having a little bit of a boat going through the cave here and going around the river, around the outside here. So maybe that's something that we could do in the future. We need to dig out the rest of this river as well. Vanilla rivers are so weird. Like, what's with the dry patches? So, I like how this cave is turning out so far. It's just what I need to do with the texturing and all of the details to just bring it over the finish line and call this thing a magnificent build, because at the moment it's just a build. It's not a magnificent build, it's just a build. The shape's pretty cool though, I like the shape. I do really like that we've got squid spawning in the river as well. This is a actual river biome for at least this patch just here. I'm not sure about this patch, but I love the fact that we're getting actual squids in here. That's so good. Also, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. So, due to popular demand, the world download for episode 50 has now been released on Bedrock Edition. And you can find it back on the episode 50. And it's... I know I say it's a popular demand, but I tried it out and I opened the world in Bedrock and I hate it. My soul is gone. It's not there anymore. All of the redstone projects, they're broken. They don't work anymore. The armor that I have on armor stands, they're gone. They're not there anymore. All of the villages that I've locked up in their own little special places so that they can't move, well, they're loose. Okay. Just lots of little things. I put effort into this world to have it be my own vision. It's just all tumbled out. It's spilled over into a mess, and I don't like it. I don't like the Bedrock version of this world. I tried it. I opened the world up, and I was like, well, this world's a bit rubbish. So please, I know that it works on Bedrock Edition, but the world is meant to be played on Java. It just works a lot better there. Like, there's no weird issues with the entities. Do you know how hard it was for me to find a Bedrock converter that actually brought the entities over successfully to that world? Oh, why isn't it just a thing? Why is it that most of the Java to Bedrock world converters just delete all of the entities in the world? That's so weird. So yeah, while I have finally caved in and made a Bedrock version of this world, I'm not sure I'll ever do it again because my heart's not in that world. You can see it in this world, and the other one is dead and on the floor and all shriveled and stuff, and ugh. So yeah, not sure if I'll do that again. Maybe. We'll see what happens in the future, but I'm not feeling optimistic about that one. Anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!